Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created my own faux fur slides and faux fur heels. I hope you guys enjoy. You will need a hot glue gun and hot glue sticks, of course. Don't forget your scissors, faux fur fabric or boa of your choice. To begin this video, I'm basically showing you the first method I used to create my faux fur heels. So basically this method would be called the wrap and knot method. So you're first going to tie it up, but you have to be very gentle with it so that you don't rip it, because the boa is very fragile and it's easy to rip. And you're going to make sure that you double knot it, and like I said, continue to be gentle with it. Try not to rip it at all, because it is easy to rip and, make a mistake. So once you double knot it, you're going to take the boa and pretty much wrap it around. And the only reason why I use this method is because later on I may not want this fur boa on my shoes and I may want to wear them normal, and because I actually spent money on these shoes, and yeah. So then when you get towards the end, you're going to take the fur boa and pretty much do the same exact thing and tie it under. It's kind of confusing when looking at it because it's so much fur, and you're just going to double knot it. And you have to be so gentle because it's very easy, like I said, to rip this boa. And once you get it tied up and double knotted, what you're going to want to do is pretty much just play around with the boa, the feathers, and all that other stuff to make it, fluffy and look more neater. And if you have to, you can trim it up and cut it down a little bit so that it's not so messy, but you still want it to keep its, originality and fullness. And that is pretty much the wrap and knot method. Basically for the ladies who don't want to, destroy their shoes completely, and just add a little flavor to their shoes time to time. So the next method, of course, would be the hot glue method, where I'm using the hot glue gun. Basically you're gonna need your faux fur, and you're just gonna lay it out on top of the strap part of the slides, and just measure it up to make sure that it's gonna fit perfectly. And if you're cutting this from a full yard of fabric or anything, just make sure that you measure it very well and know what you're getting yourself into before you actually glue it down, so that you have an idea of how you want it. So I'm just gonna take a little 360 look at it, and I'll just trim it down a little bit wherever I feel like it needs to be trimmed down. And I'm sorry about how the slide might look. That's because I actually had already done this in a previous video, but you know how things get lost. So now I'm basically taking the glue gun, and I am going to start placing my glue down. And while I place my glue down, I have to, be very quick with it because I don't want it to dry. So I'll go ahead on and glue my first side down of the fur, and make sure that it's how you measured it out and mapped it out before you actually glued it. And while that is drying, I'll hold that down and take my glue, hot glue gun, and pretty much do the same exact thing from the middle towards the other end. and do the exact same thing and lay it down. And you want to press down so that it's not messy and leaving any, glue or residue anywhere. So after that, I'm going to take this extra piece that I have and place glue on that instead of the bottom, just so that you're sure of where you're gluing it. And I'm going to basically take this part of the faux fur and fold it under the bottom of the strap of the slide. And you're just going to press gently and try not to burn yourself like I just did. Press gently and it should fit perfectly. And you just test it out to make sure that when you put it on, your feet will slide right through. So you just test it out with your hand. Okay. So it seems pretty sturdy to me. So now that I've done that, I'm going to basically look at it and make sure that it is how I want it. And like I said, you can pretty much trim it up a little bit if you're not happy with the way it kind of looks. And do like a 360 turn of it to pretty much get the full effect of how you want it. And I'm actually loving it, and I think it looks perfect. So that's pretty much how it looks, and that is the hot glue gun method. So this is what the faux fur slides look like, and I think they came out pretty darn well if you ask me, and they're completely different from any other faux fur slides I've seen. This is what the faux fur heels look like. Like I said, I'm just glad that I did not glue the fur ball onto these, and when I want to take it off, I can. And that is how I created my faux fur heels and my faux fur slides. Thanks for watching, you guys.
That's what you gotta do to get your money.